God bless you all. Welcome to Uplifted Keys. This is Jeremy, and I'm here to give the first lesson of this piano series. We're going to be learning the basic of scales and chords, basically like the fundamentals and stuff. We're going to be learning the Ionian mode, which is the major scale. Which is the first of the 7 modes, right? And I'm gonna give you the formula now for if you want to find out every major scale, because I know a lot of people don't know, they don't know what's A major, right? Right, or they don't know what's D flat, right? And it's important to know the formula, right? We use a formula, so let me show you guys. We'll start in the key of C, right? The first mode of the keys, first of 7, and the formula is ho, ho, half, ho, 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 half. Ho just means that we skip a note. Ho, right? We're skipping a note, and half means that there's nothing to skip. There's no note in the middle, right? So this would be skipping a note, so that's a ho. This wouldn't be skipping a note, so that's a half, right? And it's important for you to practice this, right? And right, so in the major scale, we have, there's 7 notes in every scale, right? I just played the octave, which is the 8th, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? And it's important to use numbers to help us, in the future. And so any scale you learn, no matter what it is, you just do, right? Ho, ho, half, ho, 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 half. You do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So you should be able to know if I tell you what's the 5 of C. You say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is G. What's the 6 of C major? Then it's A. What's the 4 of C? Right? What's the 7 of C? What's the 1 of C? Right? Or you have to also get familiar with sharps and flats. So if I tell you 2 sharp or 3 flat, sharp is going forward, right? So if I say 4 sharp, right, with sharp is going up. Or if we say 5 flat, don't mind the F sharp is there. That's gonna confuse you, but you should just know that flats are going backwards and sharps are going forward, right? And I want to show you what's an interval, because in this lesson I want to get through chords as well. And in order to get to chords, you got to understand first what's an interval. An interval is just basically 2 notes played simultaneously, right? So that's a major third interval. You see the names on the screen: perfect 4th, perfect 5th, minor 6, major 6, major 7th, octave, right? Major 2nd, minor 3rd, minor 2nd, right? If I do it clean, so minor 2nd, major 2nd, minor 3rd, major 3rd, perfect 4th, tritone, which is the sharp 4, right? Perfect 5th, minor 6, major 6, minor 7th, major 7th, and octave, right? One thing to know about the scales, and this will cover much later as well. So some people will get confused when they see like why is that called a major 9 and not a major 2? It's because for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right? So anytime we have something that's up here and the octave up here, it basically treats it like a 9, right? When we have the 7. Only when we have the 7. And don't worry if you don't understand that yet. We're going to get to that much later. So now I want to explain to you the basic chords that we get from the scale. So why scales are so good is because we get chords from them, and sometimes we borrow from other scales, and we take certain chords within that scale. We use it in a different scale, right? And that creates like different harmonies and stuff. So what everyone learns in the beginning is the basic triad, right? You have the 1, 3, 5, C, E, G in this case. Where am I getting these numbers? Well, first you have to understand all these numbers are coming from the C major scale, right? So that's the diatonically, right? Speaking. So E is diatonic to C because it's part of C, right? F is diatonic to C because F is part of C, right? A flat is not diatonic to C because A flat is not in there. So basically what we're doing is 1, skip 1 diatonically, skip another one, right? And you can keep doing this too, right? 7, this is the 7, skipping 1. There's certain patterns, right? And or we start from the second degree. Right? And we keep going, right? So it's always good to remember chords as well, like in numbers, instead of just like remembering the notes, right? Because if I were to tell you, play me a basic triad in E flat, maybe if you don't know about piano, you never played an E flat before, you don't even know what that is. What you should do is figure out the notes of the scale using the formula whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half, right? Whole, skip 1, whole, skip another one, half, whole, 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 half, right? And you would do the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 3, 5, right? And that's really the beauty, because we don't have to worry about names. E flat, G, B flat. And then I'm gonna tell you, play this same type of chord in D. Well, you're gonna look like, oh, C, E, G. Oh, no, it's not this one. It's not. I know this is. You're gonna be so confused. Basically. So I'm just gonna go over a couple chords very vaguely. I'm not gonna really do like any voicings. We just keep it like root position. So we have the basic triad, the 1, 3, 5, right? Then we have the major 7, as we saw already. Add that 7. We have the major 9, right? And then this could be 11, but no one uses this. We always use the sharp 11, right? Sharp 4. And let's do the sus 2, the 1, 2, 5. We're gonna do the add 2. Add 2. When you see add 2, is saying 1, 3, 5, but add the 2. We're adding the 2, right? And then we have the sus 4. We suspend it. The sus is suspended, right? Suspend the 3 to 4, or suspend the 3 to 2, making it a sus 2, right? No matter what key you do, right? Right? This is the 3. Right? So I just stick to C so I won't confuse you, right? Then you have the major 6. 1, 3, 5, 6, right? Then you have the major 6, 9. Major 6 and add the 9. Right? 6, 9, rather. And then you have major 7 sus 2. So major 7, that 3, you sus it. You move it down to the 2. Then you have the same thing, major 7, suspend that 3 to the 4. Major 7 sus 4. And there's a million types of chords you're going to find out. You're going to discover a lot of things. But those are just some basic chords as well, in root position. And it's important when you're learning piano to also experiment like with the inversions, So you have, what an inversion is, by the way, is you're using all the same notes, but we're just shifting them around in a different order. So 1, 3, 5, 3, 5, 1, So it's no matter where you put it, right? 1, 3, 5. Root position. 3, 5, 1. First inversion. Then we put that E on top. Then we do 5, 1, 3. Right? For the second inversion. And then root position again. 1, 3, 5. So 1, 3, 5. 3, 5, 1. 5, 1, 3. 1, 3, 5. Right? And this you can do it for all the chords. So you can invert this. So that's root position, sus4. And as you will see in sus2 is also a sus4 backwards, right? Or sus2, put the F on top, right? So put the C on top, that's first inversion, the F on top, second inversion, put the 5 on top. And that's the idea of inversions, and we'll touch later on different types of voicings, like drop 2s and different things, drop 3s and all that stuff. But the main point of this video is for you guys to learn your basic scales, you know, the major scale, right? Starting in that first mode, which is Ionian. Right? If you can manage to learn that scale, you can play a million songs, right? Because there's not really a lot of songs that really go out of that, except like if it's a minor on a minor key, right? C minor, right? Or whatever it is. And yeah, so I would say, you know, challenge yourself. You know, you should be able to respond to someone. All right, B flat. What's the fifth of B flat? So the only way you're gonna tell them the fifth is if you know the scale, right? So O, half, O, half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? So you say F is the fifth of B flat, and you should be able to do that quickly. And all the same chords, by the way. So basic triad in B flat. What's a basic triad? How do I do this from C to B flat? So I do 1, 3, 5. Okay. This is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we just did the same thing. We just transposed it to a different key, you know. So yeah, that's a short little lesson, and we'll be getting more advanced. This is just for the basic beginners. You know, if you've never really like dealt with any instrument or anything, and you just want to kind of improve your knowledge in that sense. Yeah, this is a short little lesson. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you.